And we're back in chilly Wild Rose. As the Wildcats are getting booted off over to the Panthers. Wildcats booted. Hardinger lines up with the split backfield. Merritt cuts it up to the left. Second and 7 from the 44-yard line. Pitches out to the right. Merritt cuts it up. Runs straight into Jansen up the middle. Jansen making plays out there all day long there. Third and 3 out there for the Panthers. Merritt's been running strong all day. Lines up in an I formation. Hardinger drops back, launches it deep out to Snook. Snook catches it. Off to the races. Touchdown, Pittsville. And that's Snook's second touchdown on the night, putting the Panthers up 20-0. Third quarter is where Pittsville's been struggling most all season. They've only scored 27 points. That puts them up at 33, soon to be 34, pending this extra point. Wildcats almost sneak in there. But that puts the Panthers up 20 with 10 minutes, 21 seconds left.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
That big touchdown from Hardinger to Snook just made it that much harder for the Wildcats to come back. But if anyone watched the Stanford-Oregon game last night, anything is possible. Sorry, not last night, last week. And the Wildcats get some favorable territory also here at their own 41-yard line. Wildcats show a little bit of urgency getting to the line. Wildner hands it off, reverse. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Ramchick on the carry there. Nothing coming, 2nd and 12. Dylan Rivers launches it out. Overshoots his target. Wildcats look like they're trying to go with another quarterback this half, trying to change things up. Goes in a close set out of shotgun formation. Rivers drops back. Pitches it out over to the running back. Cuts, turns it upfield to the left. Runs in his own offensive line. And somehow picks up the first down. That was Jacob Gabry-Gergis. And the Wildcats are back into enemy territory for the first time since early in the first quarter. Rivers looks like he's working so far. Single back formation. Swings it over to Jansen. Gets caught up in traffic. And that's a whole gaggle of Panthers there. Rivers looks like he has an arm on him, so let's see when he tries for his first pass to Jansen deep downfield. Drops back, looks to his left to Jansen, gets caught up, sacked, stripped fumble, but he's caught down in the backfield. Big loss there for the Wildcats. That puts the Wildcats back in their own territory. Long way to go for the chains to move. He was looking for Jansen on that play on a short route. Both 21 yards to go. 1 yard's not going to do it. Rivers drops back. Heavy pressure again. Evades. Goes deep downfield into traffic. In and out of Pittsville's defense. But luckily no interception on that. Sent out of the punting unit. Fourth and 21. It's an advertisement for Forever 21. Wildcats boot it out. Gets a nice bounce. And they down it at the 11, 12-yard line.
V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
Panthers are back deep in their own territory, leading 21-0. Rolls out, calls his wide receiver to go to the right. Ref says he was out of bounds. That was Hunter Wilkie on the near catch there. Whatever the case, you have to be impressed by the ability of the quarterback and wide receiver to link up that far downfield. It's a big reason why they're up 21-0 now. Hardinger has been lights out for the most part all game. That's the play you go back on Monday morning wishing you had back. Hardinger trips up in the backfield but gets the handoff to Merritt. Caught in the middle. Brings up 3rd down and about 6 yards for the Panthers. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Hardinger gives up the middle. Merritt picks up the 1st down for the Panthers. Moves the Lynx again. Going back to the traditional route, I formation. Merritt off to the left side, cuts it, cuts right, swings past a couple defenders, brought down by the helmet. Clean tackle though. Merritt picks up the 2nd straight 1st down for the Panthers. Inching closer to enemy territory. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Hardinger drops back, rolls to his right, evades some pressure, launches that out over to the right, and that is Fox for a big carry. Shakes off a defender. Another one, and dives for the goal line. Touchdown, Pittsville. And a spectacular play. Breaks off 2 tackles. Hardinger rolling out to the right. Evades a shoelace sack. Puts the Panthers up 27-0. Hardinger's ready to pack up and go on the bus. And the extra point is good. 28-0. Pittsville leads.
Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili
Pittsville out here raining on the homecoming parade. Turning into snow pretty soon with this weather. Pittsville squibs down the middle. Wildcats scoop it up. Hesitates. Cuts to his left. Dragged down at the 30-yard line. Now when you're down by 4 scores, this is where it gets interesting as an offense. Do you just try to throw out some new plays as an extra practice for your team? Or you try to make the miraculous comeback and play conservative? Wildcats out in shotgun. Counter over to the right. Runs it out of bounds for a couple yards. Repeats the formation, drops back. Rivers and bobbles it in and out of the Pittsville defense's arms. Bo Merritt almost picks up the interception on that play. Rivers drops back. Immediate pressure gets through the A gap. Brought down hard. And it's 4th down. Fourth and 21 again for the Wildcats. Out in punt formation. Gets a clean snap. Ball's in the air for only about 2 seconds. Pittsville returner staying up on his feet. Whistle blows it dead. And they're deep into enemy territory once again. Pittsville looking to put the game further out of reach for the Wildcats. Pittsville rolls out to the left, swings it over to the outside, picks up another 1st down. That was Hunter Grimm on the reception. Hardinger's completion percentage has been trailing a little bit in the past couple games, but he's shooting it right back up today. Rarely making a mistake out in the pocket. Hands it off to Merritt. Cuts it over to the right. Tries to outpace a couple defenders. Nice juke step on the outside. Picks up another first down. Picking things up at the 7-yard line now. Pittsville eyeing 35-0 game here. Snook on the right side looking for his third touchdown. Hardinger hands it off to Merritt. Couple inches more on that reach. He could have had a touchdown. At the 2.5-yard mark. Split backfield. Merritt to the right. Hands it off to Merritt. Cuts it up the middle. In for the easy touchdown. And after that great field position set up by the short punt, Pittsville's up 34-0. And the extra point is good. Pittsville up 35-0. Scoring twice in the third quarter. Pittsville's now up 35-0, running away with this game. After squibbing the first kick, they put it up in the air. Wildcats return it up the middle, right into heavy traffic from Pittsville. Gets to the 26-yard line. And now we're on a rolling clock with the Panthers up 35-0. Rivers still out there as quarterback. Looks like he's in the pistol formation. Swings it out to the left. Nothing coming there but a couple inches. Clock continues to roll now, despite going out of bounds. Panthers are in the end game now. Bunch formation. Rivers hands it out. It's off to the races to the sideline. Pittsville lays down the boomstick. Comes up short of the first down. 4 yards to go. After that hit, Wildcats might take a timeout here. It appears it's Gary Gurgis that's down. Despite the 0 points on this scoreboard, he's been a crucial part of the offensive plan for the Wildcats tonight. Coach is still on down with him. No sign of any stretchers being brought out. Too far to tell if it's a leg injury. But he got hit hard, probably landed awkwardly on that foot out of bounds.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Back from the short injury timeout, Gabby Gurgis looks like he's in a bit of pain, but got up. Wildcats have 3 yards to move the chains. Rivers comes out with the call again. And timeout on the play.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
UW-Stevens.
Back after that timeout, Wildcats have a new play in mind. Just try to move the chains there. It's 3rd and 4, but down 35 points. It feels a lot longer at this point. Swings out to the right. And that's Jansen on the first down. They're making some headway with him earlier in the game. Finally connecting with him again. As the clock hits double zeros in the 3rd quarter. We'll flip sides in just a few moments. Pittsville taking advantage of the quarter break, stretching out Fox's legs there. He deserves it after that huge touchdown to put the game up 28-0 earlier in this quarter. Arguably the play of the night. Wildcats back at it with a fresh new set of downs. Rivers with the false count. Looks to his right, in and out of his receiver's hands. That's Cole Ramczyk on the drop. Pittsville back out with a 4 wide receiver formation. Draw play up the middle. Stopped in the backfield. Third down coming. Rivers draws back, rolls to his right. Ramczyk goes around for the button hook. In and out of his hands once again. The Wildcats appear to be doing a change of formation, getting ready for the punt. Ten minutes left on the clock. High snap, gets off the kick. Up high, but only gets to the 40-yard line in Pittsville territory. Up 5 touchdowns. Pittsville decides to throw out some backups out there. They swing it out to the right for short yardage. Matthew Kistner, the new quarterback out there. Hands it up the middle to Cody Fox. Flag on the play. Get some nice yardage out there, though. And it's a face mask. Moving the chains forward for the Pittsville Panthers. Not many flags out there tonight. Refs don't need to do their laundry much today. But after a nice pickup and the penalty, that puts them in a good field position in enemy territory. Kistner hands it off. Stopped in the backfield. Kistner hands it to the fullback, Cody Fox. Gets it past the line of scrimmage, making it 3rd and 7. Kistner hands it off to the tailback, who's stopped immediately in the backfield. That's Tucker Gardner on the carry. Fourth and 10, holding a huge lead. Kistner stays out there as the team's punter. High snap. Barely gets it off as the Wildcats sneak right past the offensive line. Good punt, lands out of bounds. Landing the Wildcats at the 15-yard line. Five minutes remaining from the 15-yard line. Wildcats look deep downfield. And that's Ramczyk. Catches it at midfield. Brought down by a couple of Pittsville Panthers. Ramczyk redeems himself on that catch after a couple drop passes the possession before. But now they're right back into Pittsville territory, the 45-yard line. Ramczyk gets the carry again. Goes out of bounds. Second and short. Rivers rolls out to his left, looking for Jansen. Jumps up, bats it away, and it looks like it's intercepted. Pittsville picks it up at the 3-yard line after Jansen gets it swatted out of his hands. Under 3 minutes remaining. Kistner holds the snap. Goes straight through the defensive line. Runs past a couple Wildcat defenders. Gets it to the 35-yard line. The longest quarterback sneak ever. Kistner sweeps it out. Gardner gets caught up in the backfield. .90 remaining on the clock. Pittsville walks up to the line. Bunch formation. Time for the victory snaps. As Kistner watches the clock. Takes a knee. It's a one-sided barn burner out there tonight as the Panthers get ready for their second knee in victory formation, taking this game 35-0. Hate to see it come on another team's homecoming night. Those are the breaks. As Pittsville walks it off to the sidelines, avoiding another punt. And that's your final score, 35-0. Pittsville takes down the Wild Rose Wildcats. Easy to hang your head after the game, but they're keeping their heads up high.
Yes, Liz? Yes. Just wait.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968.
All right, we're here with Coach Dennison after their 35-0 win over the Wildcats. So, Coach, just thoughts after the game. Obviously, you have to be really happy.
I would say I'm happy with our second half. I thought we started the game a little slow. I'm not sure that we were, I don't know what it was, if we were mentally not quite sharp to start or physically a little off or what it was. But we really responded well after halftime. You know, we got after them a little bit at half, and they came out and played a really good third quarter, and so I was pretty pleased with that part of the game.
But you all seem to really eat, at least in the second quarter. That's been a real great place for you all this season. So I think looking at your second quarter, that's where you guys came alive.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we seem to maybe get things going on offense a little bit, tighten it up maybe a little bit better on defense. I thought some of the things that, you know, we were able to find some things that were working and kind of stick with those. And then, you know, in the third quarter we made some big plays and kind of widened it out. So that was nice to see.
So talk about your quarterback, obviously our player of the game. Huge night for him, but he's got great weapons out there too.
Yeah, you know, Sam Hardinger's been having a great season for us. He's a good leader. You know, he's really taking command of this team. You know, you could see that from kind of day one, even before that this summer. He's taking command and guys follow him. And, you know, he really has made himself a better player the last couple of years. He's been working hard in the weight room. And, you know, I'm glad that he's enjoying that success because he's earned it. And, you know, he really kind of leads our team and we follow him.
And he seems to also be a dual threat too. He's only had one game this season without a rushing touchdown. He seems like the complete package out there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been able to give us, like you said, kind of that dual threat. You know, he's been throwing the ball very well, but he's big and strong, and when we run some stuff with him, he can punish guys too. And I'm not sure there's a lot of guys that really look forward to tackling him because he is kind of a load, and he runs hard.
Awesome. Hey, well, congrats on the win again, Coach, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Sam. All right, so we're here with our player of the game. So you had a big game out there tonight, rushing touchdown, a couple of passing touchdowns. Talk about what you saw out there.
Well, I think it started up front with our offensive line. They gave me a lot of time to pass the ball, and they opened up some holes for me to run the ball a little bit. And we had a good running game all night, and I think that all started up front with our offensive line.
Does this weather change things at all, too? It's getting cold. You haven't played in this quite yet this year. I mean, changing the velocity on the passes and taking new hits out there.
A little bit at the start, it's a little cold, but after you get going, you don't tell the difference if it's 40 degrees out or if it's 80.
So obviously you had a couple of passing touchdowns, but you had a lot of weapons, had a couple nice passes to Snook, and then you also had the huge play with Fox out there. That just makes your job even easier, right?
Yeah, it's really nice when you have multiple weapons that you're not one-dimensional with one receiver. You can throw the ball around, spread it around, and when more than one guy can get open, it makes my job a lot easier.
And your rushing touchdown. You've only had one game this season without a rushing touchdown. Is that something you're taking pride in?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I like running the ball too, but it's just what Coach calls, and I do what Coach calls.
Well, you're player of the game because of it, so
you're in our highlight house, and so I had you on mute. So I'm gonna cut you down.
Yep. Okay. My name is Sam Hardinger, and I am in the house.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam.